No, he's not. No, he's not.
That's what
Absolutely
it's what it says on the card. That's all I'm saying.
That's the dumbest little knowledge blurb I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't even think I've ever heard of him, but I'm not a huge
Texas Tornado.
I'm not a huge wrestling fan. No,
Texas athlete.
No, he's not. No. I won't deal with it because it's not true. Oh, okay. I think it might work now. Is it you gonna let me share it the way I want to? Yeah, asshole. Yeah, asshole thing. Cool. Okay, it's working now.
Yeah, it's all.
I just need to check inside your asshole.
Let me know when we go live.
Make sure Phantom and stuff. We're live. We're live, and I just shared it out to Phantom. So get ready, bitches.
I'm a big boy. I made a big boy poop.
I'm sharing it out. Once I get done sharing it out to a couple more places, get ready to go because when I'm done, we're gonna do stuff. Y'all keep having conversations amongst.
I don't care if you get indigenous. I'll crap all over your statues.
All right, who we got here? We got
more cards.
Bernie Williams.
Bernie Williams have more cards.
I'll have you know, sir, I collect many things: trinkets, odds, ends, baseball cards, curling cards.
Curling?
Why do you have curling cards?
Because sometimes you feel the need to curl.
No, you don't.
And in South Carolina, you can't do that.
You don't even know what that is.
So you have to buy the curling cards. Yeah, it's when you get like those things in your hair and like you leave them in overnight. It's curling.
That's just absolutely the worst joke you literally could have ever told.
Someone laughed. I laughed.
Nobody laughed. Carrie laughed out of pity. That was not a legitimate laugh. No, you did not cry. And I know you didn't cry.
I laughed at the futility of it all. Dumb. That's what I was laughing at.
Oh my god. One of these days this shit's gonna work. And then I can actually start doing this. Yeah, this whole experience trying to do don't quit interrupting me. This whole experience trying to do this episode today has just been a whirlwind of emotions, man. If I could get this to share the right way, we might actually be able to do it.
Did you even check if maybe it was just working normally now? Light stream, perhaps?
Oh, did you ever check if fuck you? Maybe you should check that.
I did check if the Pittsburgh Steelers had Luis Lips as their wide receiver.
Dude,
they did an 83.
Luis Lips, you don't even know, man. He was hands down one of the greatest receivers I think I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't think I've seen a greater receiver. Yeah, but my dad was like, "Hey, I've got these tapes of this great receiver. His last name was Lips. Check it out."
They didn't have tapes.
So naturally I watched it because that's what you do. No, they don't. We're going to get this started in just a second. I don't know if anybody's watching us right now, but if you are watching us right now, I promise we're going to get this started in just a second. There's 3 people watching us, but we had massive technical difficulties tonight, but I want to get this shit done because I know if I don't, I will procrastinate and this is never going to happen. So just bear with us for 2 more seconds and we'll get this episode started in just a minute. Maybe. Probably not. Why does none of this want to work?
The crappy part is we're going to have problems with live comments.
Yeah, probably. We'll just go ahead and go. Well, hey, everybody.
It's me, Mario.
What is this? Oh, no. Okay. Welcome to the Nerded Up podcast. I am Josh Beard at Josh Beard Radio on Twitter. You can find us. Oh, wait. I'm joined by Carrie at Carrie Hot Ice and Stefan Mazzone at Mazons as usual. We are the Nerded Up podcast crew. You can find us on Twitter at Nerded Up Pod. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Nerded Up Pod. We are broadcasting on Phantom, Facebook's only live sports network, via YouTube tonight, because we couldn't get Facebook to work for us the right way. We got some really good stuff for you tonight. Oh, you can also find us on iTunes, Podbean, and Google Play, as well as thetotalbro.com. We were supposed to be joined by one of our friends, but he's got snail mail internet, so he can't join us. But you can find us on the Total Bro website. We're trying to do lots of good sports stuff on there for all you Phantom folks. You want to read some sports stuff, you can go to thetotalbro.com. You can listen to our podcast there, and you can read sports shit, and then whatever the hell Carrie decides to write, which is pretty good too. That's all right. Anyway, so we got lots of good stuff tonight. We got one news item that I wanted to talk about a little bit, obviously, because it just dropped during Monday Night Football. By the way, Monday Night Football, the score is something versus another thing. But there's a trailer that dropped during Monday Night Football that I know everybody was anticipating. We all watched it. We'll talk about that real fast. Oh my God, breaking news in the moment. What? There's hardly ever any like breaking nerd news that happens right before we record, but this is like the second time in a month something has happened and come out for us to read like right when it happens, which is nice. But then we'll get into our Bladerunner 2049 reviews, and in that we're going to talk about our top 3 favorite Ryan Gosling movies / TV shows, as well as our top 3 Harrison Ford roles. I was going to do top 3 Harrison Ford roles that were reprised in later movies, but I guess technically, yeah, we have 3. We have 3 where like younger guys come and try to take his spot, and sometimes he dies and sometimes he doesn't. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, as well as our thoughts in Blade Runner 2049. If you haven't ever seen us before, like I said, we're the Nerded Up Podcast. Literally thousands of people watch us. This is a new community. Maybe we have new people on YouTube that have never seen us before. They're like, hey, what's this jamming joint that we see right here before our eyes? And we got that.
Talks like that.
Yeah, that's all the cool kids are like, for sheezy dog, like what's this? This is a JB joint, so this is obviously the bee's knees. This is lit as fuck.
I think you're just making stuff up now. These are just words. Maybe just letters.
How are you guys doing tonight? I don't know how to not awkwardly transition to asking you guys how you're doing tonight, because we've literally been on the computer together for like 2 hours. And I had to listen to Stefan read through all the random arbitrary sports cards that he has. And then I had to watch you two guys play with toys, pretending to be Saladin from Destiny, which that's a great question. That's a question we might have. Gary had a phenomenal question about Saladin from Destiny. Where the fuck did he go? That might be a question for a later episode. Yeah, we might have an entire episode dedicated to finding out where the fuck Saladin is. We'll dive into all the lore and everything that's happened up to that point. But how are you guys doing tonight? You had a good night?
I just drafted Lawrence McGrew to my fantasy team.
No, you from Stop. Put the cards away. Gary, what about you? It's a good night. You having a good night?
Well, I was playing Warframe.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to come do this. What do you think?
Feels like it's probably a pretty good night. Anyway, so we're going to dive into our nerdy-ass news for the night and for the show. And there's really only one thing in the nerdy-ass news that I wanted to talk about, and that would be the Star Wars The Last Jedi trailer that just came out, like an hour ago? Maybe not even an hour ago, during Monday Night Football. Carrie, you had an interesting post on Twitter, on Facebook about the NFL choosing to take this trailer, and like they're trolling for viewers as if the NFL and Monday Night Football need help getting viewers.
No, it's ESPN that did it.
Whatever. ESPN, NFL, Monday Night Football, it doesn't they all work together to get these things. Why do you how did you feel? I want your thoughts about ESPN using this to bring people in.
That's the only way they're going to get anyone to watch that stupid fucking game between the Vikings and the Bears. I mean,
are you saying Disney I wouldn't watch the Vikings versus the Bears?
Disney owns Star Wars. Disney owns ESPN. Hey, no one's going to watch this stupid goddamn conference game that we have going on. What's a way we can boost these ratings? Oh, I know. We have this little Star Wars trailer in our back pocket. Let's have it during halftime, so at least some people will watch the first half, and then you'll see 95% of their viewership drop precipitously after the trailer is over. And fuck you, NFL, for going along with it.
Anyway, moving on to talk about the trailer itself. By the way, Randy is joining us on YouTube. Thank you so much, Randy, for following us, even though we had so many so many trouble. I don't know why that's not correcting grammatical English. What's happening?
Oh, correcting grammatical.
Talking.
Yeah, I do suck at talking. That is true. So Stefan, let's get your thoughts on the trailer, because I'm still need to process. I'm still having trouble like trying to figure out what the fuck the trailer was and how I feel about it. So let me get your thoughts, your initial theories about what that trailer showed us. Why don't we do like a little, but first talk about what the trailer showed and then what you think about it.
Are you done?
I'm done. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
My bad, dog.
First and foremost, I'm going to apologize to people. I can actually see Carrie right now. We can't see Josh, so I tend to like look over to this other screen where I can see him, albeit like delayed by a good like 45 seconds. But
don't worry about it.
Trailer was exactly what we were expecting to see. I think nothing new. We threw in a glimpse of Carrie Fisher just to make everyone tear up and go, "Oh no, she's dead." And like the rest of it, I think was just par for the course. Like just nothing crazy. Reminding us Mark Hamill's in the movie and he's going to be excellent. Reminding us that Phasma somehow isn't dead after getting thrown down in a trash compactor on a planet that blew up. Okay, sure, why not? And yeah, Snoke doing Snoke things. Looking like
we actually saw Snoke.
Well, I mean, we saw Snoke in the first one, albeit we just saw a hologram.
We only saw the hologram. This is non-hologram Snoke that we saw, which
I
thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, we get a scene at the end that sort of looks like the Emperor's throne room from Return of the Jedi, and Rey on the floor, and it looks like Snoke in the background doing Snoke things, doing all kind of like Emperor creepy hands. They're the same character. They gave up. Whatever, it's fine.
All right. So thoughts about what you saw now that you've explained it. How did you feel about it?
It's fine. It's just par for the course. It moves me not one way or the other. Yes, they've had my money in the pocket since they announced it was a Star Wars movie. I'll go see it. There's nothing I can't. I don't think I could physically not go see it. I think I would accidentally see it some way. So, like...
How would you accidentally see a movie?
I don't know. I might just wake up and be in the movie theater. Has that not happened to you before?
No, absolutely not.
Chloroform's a hell of a drug.
All right, Carrie, your thoughts, because you hate Star Wars now. You hate everything that they do. You hate everything that begins with stars, ends in wars. So what did you think of this trailer?
Let's see. Well, I saw what was in it. The first thing I saw was hot garbage, and then it moved on to some giant piles of T-Rex shit. And then we saw a little glimpse of some member berry bullshit. I remember Star Wars. I remember. That's all these fucking movies are anymore. You're gonna have the first one was fucking A New Hope, just remastered. The second one's gonna be Empire Strikes Back, just remastered. It's all shit. That's all it is. Designed to tickle your little fuzzies back here that help you remember the good times you had as a kid. That's all they fucking are anymore. The movies are terrible. All they do is change directors and switch scenes and delete scenes and not have as many Mark Hamills as they need to. And that's all they are.
They can only have one. They can only have one Mark Hamill.
They need more Mark Hamill.
They had a Carrie Fisher, but she's dead now.
Go right. Clone Mark Hamill and make another one of him. And just have a light
That's
Mark
how
Hamill.
You get the Clone Wars. Don't do that.
Have a light Mark Hamill and a dark Mark Hamill. And then that's the protagonist and the antagonist of the entire series right there. Perfect.
The Clone
Perfect
Wars.
movie.
Stop.
No, we need clone wars. You know what I'm saying? Like some hot clone on clone action.
On the download Clone Wars.
Whoa, what's happening?
Wait,
falling apart quickly. I'm trying to share shit while like this whole thing is like y'all. I just let y'all talk, and I try to share shit. And now all of a sudden, of course, as usual, Carrie tries to like turn it into sex somehow.
I was curious
how far you would let me go.
Hot Hamill on Hamill action.
Yes,
that's no.
Give him the old Hamill. Hamill try.
But okay, but here's the deal though. If we have Hamill on Hamill action and we have Mark Hamill having sex with his Mark Hamill clone, one of them has to be
the voice of the Joker.
No, only one in the voice of the Joker.
Both of them.
No, not both of them. No, one in the voice of the Joker and one has to be Luke. And I want the Joker doing lines from Star Wars as Darth Vader, like Darth Vader lines in the Joker voice, and then it makes it super creepy. It makes it just let's just get real fucking weird with it. I'm gonna stop sharing stuff because I don't think it's working. I don't think anything's getting shared out. Fuck it, whatever. Let's just talk. I don't know. Like anytime I see any of the Star Wars stuff, and I know we've talked before about how I don't like a lot of the decisions that the studio's making whenever it comes to directors and creative direction with the films. I know we talk all the time about how the Han Solo movie is going to have a fuck ton of problems. And it's probably not going to be very good. You guys did not like what was the
Rogue One.
Rogue One. You guys hated Rogue One. I thought it was okay. I liked The Force Awakens. Carrie hated The Force Awakens. Stefan liked The Force Awakens. So it's kind of a mixed bag on our podcast of like who likes what. But every time I see a trailer, I like them. They get me right in the member berries, man. They really do. It's like a nostalgic kick to the dick. And I choke up and I'm like, oh, I'm so pumped for this. I can't wait. And I love it. I'm the basic bitch that they're trying to appeal to. That's exactly what I am. I am basic as shit. You give me some lightsabers and some semi-epic, pretty generic Star Wars music, and then like one close-up of Rey's face or any major character's face, and I'm sold. And all of the doubts and all of the negative thoughts that I've had about The Last Jedi are completely gone right now after watching that trailer. I can't wait. I think it's going to be fun. I mean, that's honestly, I tried really, really fucking hard. I tried hard. I gave it a minute. I let you guys talk. I tried really hard not to be a victim of the fucking moment and be like super hyperbolic and just be so reactionary, but I can't fucking help it. Okay. Like this, I am excited for this shit. Like Rey and Kylo, what's their connection? Does Kylo turn good or does Rey turn bad? Like, what is Snoke in all of this? Is like, what happens with Luke Skywalker? Does Luke Skywalker, is he freaking out? Is he just a senile old man? I want all these questions answered. I thought seeing Finn fighting Captain Phasma was fucking awesome. I can't wait to see that showdown. Like, even the Porg, excited about the Porg. I know people think that little shitty thing is going to be like another Jar Jar Binks. I'm banking on it being a freaking Ewok, and I love the Ewoks. I know Ewoks got shit on at the time. I love Ewoks, okay? Nobody dislikes Ewoks now. So the Porg's going to be great. The lightsabers are great. Rey is attractive. She's going to be great. I like Kylo Ren. I liked him as a villain in The Force Awakens. I'm in. You gotta take all my money. Take all my money, Disney. You got me. But with 2 trailers, you got me. That's my thoughts.
Thank you.
I mean, it's fun. It's fun. Okay, this is what I was trying. This is what I was trying to say with, well, like earlier, whenever you were talking, is. Like, why can't they play up the nostalgia? Why can't they play up the member berries? Like, why can't we just let them do all those things and we have all this campiness? Like, why
objectively it's shit. The people like me who don't give a fuck about nostalgia realize how shit it is. And then there's people like you that have whatever waveform in their brain that causes them to get all brain erections when nostalgia comes their way. Is the reason we have nothing but shit movies these days.
See, I don't like shit movies, but I didn't think The Force Awakens was really a shit movie. I thought, yeah, I mean, yes, they did a lot of the same stuff that they did in older Star Wars movies. It's not the exact same movie. There were enough differences. Not the same movie. Not even at all.
That's it.
It's not the same. Made enough changes. But it was fun. Like, why can't things just be fun? Why does it have to be like cutting edge, brand new, like fucking perfect and shiny? Why can't it just be a fun movie? Why does a movie, like, here's the thing, there's no gray area, okay? Why does it have to be either absolute shit or it's like, oh my god, it was fucking amazing? Why can't we just have fun movies anymore?
We can have fun movies. Kingsman's a fun movie. You know what can also like, here's the problem though. Here's the problem. You know what was also supposed to be a fun movie? The Ghostbusters reboot. You know, that's why we're trying to avoid fun movies. That's why fan bases hold the studios accountable for the goddamn shit, because we end up with Ghostbusters. All right?
But I don't feel like Disney is not giving the same lack of care with all the Star Wars shit that was done with Ghostbusters. Like, Ghostbusters was just kind of thrown against the fucking wall and it was an ass movie. No, I don't feel like the Force Awakens
they're going the opposite direction. They're being too hegemonic with it. There's no freedom. There's no creative freedom with these movies. They have a set formula that they want, and that formula is the exact same fucking thing.
That's definitely true, and that's one of the issues that I've had with Star Wars and with Disney is the fact that they've been so shit. Like they might as well direct the movie themselves. The producers might as well direct the movies themselves, because if they don't like one tiny little thing that the directors decide to do, then they throw them to the fucking curb and they hire somebody that's like, you do it our way or you don't do it at all, which is kind of shitty. But I don't know. I don't have. It doesn't have to be like. Could it be better? Yeah, probably. But I still think it's going to be fun, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Sure.
Okay.
Moving on to our Blade Runner 2049 review. Speaking of fun movies, by the way, best fun movie out there right now, or the couple of them, the John Wick movies. Those are the best fun movies out there right now. John Wick and John Wick 2. Anyway, no, I'm just saying. Okay, I just thought about them for like fun movie. Because of fun movies. We're talking about fun movies. You said Kingsman. I get to say John Wick. Fuck you. Anyway, moving on to our Blade Runner 2049 review. We're gonna start this off by just giving our one word answer, like one word thoughts on what we thought about the movie, or 2 words, because I don't think I can stick to 1 word on anything. So, Carrie, 1 word or 2 words about a Blade Runner 2049.
Phantasmagoric dystopia.
Okay.
You just made that up.
Made up words are fine too. We accept made up words here.
Both real words.
I make up facts on this podcast all the time, so I think made up words are completely fine. All right, Stefan, 1 to 2 words to describe how you felt about this as soon as you got done watching it.
I'm gonna make up words here. Film blower. With hands.
It's like,
you have to say it with
is
hands.
Is that film noir, but you thought it sucked?
Film blower.
It was good vague good.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't know. I'm trying to portmanteau that, and I don't think you can do that with those words.
Neither one of you know what the English language is anymore. I swear to God.
Yeah, we know what the English language is.
Believe it is.
We English so hard, dude. All right. So my 1 to 2 word description of what I thought about the movie is
plus or minus 30 words. Go.
Pretty good. Pretty good. That's my 2 words. It was pretty good. I don't know. Just real fast thoughts. So everybody set a timer for 25 minutes. So real fast thoughts. I thought they did a really good job of sticking with the original Blade Runner kind of theme of like the dark dystopic, slightly futuristic type of thing. I thought the music was fucking great. Everything, like all the sound effects, all the music was just phenomenal. The storyline was all right. It was pretty good, but Randy says it best right now on the chat, is anticlimactic. that's what it was like. We had this fun little ride, and we're like, oh my god, is Ryan Gosling actually is he the kid? Is that the son? And it's like, no, there's a girl. Fucking go.
Okay, well, number one, if we're let people know if we're gonna go into spoilers. Well, we're gonna go into spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoilers, by the way. Spoiler alert. There's like 3 people watching us. I think that two of the people watching us are me and you. So I'm pretty sure, and Brandy's seen it, so I'm pretty sure we don't have to worry about spoilers.
Well, you got to worry about people who come back and watch this shit, okay?
Spoilers.
All right. So
try without spoilers. Go.
Okay. Yeah, that's impossible.
I can do it.
No, it's not impossible.
Without spoilers. Okay, they took us on this wild ride for like the first half, maybe a little bit over 50% of the movie, and then it all felt like maybe even like 80% of the movie, and then at one point they just took this turn where it all felt completely pointless. The entire like 75 to 80% of the movie felt pointless. I still enjoyed it. I thought it had some great scenes, some decent action. It had an okay storyline for part of it, and it had some really interesting scenes. Spoiler alert: there was a creepy threesome scene that I still don't know how I feel about, but it was interesting. It was definitely an interesting scene, but I don't know. Yeah, it just kind of felt like the majority of the movie. You know what it kind of felt like is it felt like playing through the Mass Effect series, where it starts off great, and then it gets really interesting and good, and then everything starts to go to shit, and then at the very end you're like, fucking seriously? That's it? That's what it felt like to me. But I kept it under 5 minutes. Thank you very much.
That was good.
Who wants to go next?
Surprising. Go ahead,
All right, Carrie, you go.
No.
Okay, Stefan, you go.
Okay. Well, to address some of like what you're saying, like the way that the movie ends, anticlimactic, as Randy puts it, it's like gotta be, right, because it's film noir. Like that's just a film noir movie is that pessimistic, everything sucks, life is terrible, hope you enjoy my film. Like that's the thing about film noir, and they kept pretty true to that, even though at one point I felt like it was almost actually going to stray away from the whole film noir bit, because I was starting to get that like glimmer of hope, and they're giving you that little like hint that things can be getting better, but they're probably not, which is good. Like I'll say this, and if we decide we want to go on a rant about this, we'll go on a rant about it. It's much better than the first Blade Runner movie. Whoever wants to shoot me over that, you can bring a gun, and we'll have Blade Runner pistol things at 10 steps or something. Who knows? The movie was fine. The visuals were stunning. I disagree with the audio. I don't think the audio was that good. I actually got a little bit too much Inception noise. The music felt a little bit too Inception-y for me. A little too blaring, that like generic sci-fi.
Oh, I love that.
Whatever.
I
It's
love
generic.
That. I love that, and I'll eat it up every
Good
time.
feeling.
There's a scientific reason for it, but I can go into that later. But
yeah, like the what I want is, so we one of the best things about Blade Runner, the first movie, and I think this movie does it better, is the world and the world building. We go into like kind of how this like world runs with this like child orphanage sweatshop deal, and like it's supposed to be this like massive multicultural, like culture is like all like mishmashed, like patchwork together now, because it's just like a mega city world. So why don't we have more interesting music? Why don't we have like Oriental, like Africanese jazz music? Like I want to hear something like that. The Frank Sinatra stuff is cool, throwback to like your film noir crap, but give me something original. Don't give me generic sci-fi garbage music.
Real fast. I'm gonna interrupt you real fast. So we've already established that I am the basic bitch baseline. When it comes to the general community of people who enjoy sci-fi and nerdy stuff like that. I don't want to hear all that shit that you just said. I want.
You don't want to hear it because I made it up.
I know that,
and someone could do it much better than I did.
And what you made up sounds super terrible, and I know I don't want that. I just want. It's like Ryan Gosling turns a corner. I'm like, yeah, fucking, this is sci-fi. Get him, Gosling. That's what I want. Anyway, continue. The acting. That was you were talking about.
The acting. It was fine. Harrison Ford was Harrison Ford, which is fine.
Yes, he was.
Ryan Gosling was a cardboard cutout man, which was good for the role. The best actor probably was their police chief. The police chief, she had me kind of question her motives of how she felt about things. At one point, I felt like she was coming on to Ryan Gosling's character, but it was kind of vague.
She's like, what happens if I finish this? And she wanted to be like, well, I'm gonna pin you against the wall and fuck your brains out. That's what she wanted him to say.
I just see when she said that to me, I got the vibe he had just gotten done talking about a story where he was protecting his own stuff and then got beat over it, and I was getting the vibe that she's like, I'm gonna take your stuff. What are you gonna do about it? That's right. The vibe that I got from that.
And that was Robin Wright, by the way. And I don't think there's ever been anything that Robin Wright's been in that I haven't liked. She's in House of Cards, Forrest Gump, The Princess Bride. You talk about movies or TV shows that she's been in, at least that I've seen. She's in Moneyball. She's been in a lot of shit. And a lot of the stuff that she's been in, she's always one of the best parts about it. So anything I've ever seen Robin Wright in, she's great. I totally agree. She was the best actress on the entire movie.
We could have cut Jared Leto out completely.
No, you gotta have blonde creepy guy. Blonde creepy guy. Oh, the universe.
Blonde creepy guy.
Blind creepy guy. I didn't mean to say blonde. Blind creepy guy just going, oh, the universe and the way we touch each other and
I've been denying the world.
They were really digging to get this creepy, metaphoric, crazy, overarching, genius character that they were trying to come up with, and just that nosedive into the ground.
Yeah, they failed miserably with his role
and kept going with it.
It's well, all right. Is it my turn yet? Can I go?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, one thing real fast with Jared Leto, the interaction between Harrison Ford and Jared Leto was just one of the dumbest parts of the movie, and that's where I was finally like, oh, okay, just get this shit over with. Where he's like, "You don't have any kids, do you?" And Jared Leto's like, "I have thousands." And you're just like, I'm done with the movie. All right, your turn. Go, Carrie. Go.
Okay.
Go.
Shit, I should have kept a notebook. Anyway, so Jared Leto, cut him out of the movie. Garbage. What was it? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. God damn it. Oh,
I didn't do it this time.
Yeah, so the whole thing with Jared Leto's character, his whole fucking spiel, he's basically trying to recreate that entire feel of the Tears in the Rain speech by Rutger Hauer. Okay, you're not going to do that. It was an entire ad lib from Rutger Hauer. You're not going to just create that you're not going to bottle that and have your own little thing. Just stop trying to be like him. You're not him. You're a terrible actor and you don't deserve to be in movies. Go back to your fucking stupid band and go scream your head off, you emo piece of shit. Anyway,
Whoa. From Yesterday is one of the best songs of the early 2000s. Get the shit out of here. Continue. You're crap. You're crap.
Suicide Squad Joker's the best Joker.
So and then the anticlimactic thing, I mean, yeah, but that's to be expected with this genre, and 2 being a sequel of that movie, which was also anticlimactic. The visuals, I mean, some of the best we've seen in a long time. I mean, they really tried hard to get the effects out there, like the CGI person stuff. I mean, it was fantastic. Morphing into one person and then the other, it was great. I loved it. The sounds. Let's go with the music for a little bit. That sci-fi deep bass tone, that synthesized tone that you're hearing, is basically a engineered version of, to get that sense of fear and danger into your head, because it's like a synthesized train whistle, tiger roar. All of those things are on the same frequency. And this is just a recreation of that in a synthesized version. So when you're getting these sweeping shots, you're getting the visuals, yes, but you're also concentrating on that tension, that sense of danger while you're doing it. So you're seeing these amazing visuals, but you're supposed to keep in mind that it looks great, but it's also complete and utter human shit underneath. So that's kind of the whole reasoning for the music. I love the music. I love the feel of it.
Thank you, great. Carrie. You haven't agreed with me on anything in like 3 weeks. We've been against each other on almost everything for 3 fucking weeks, and now we agree on something. Thank you.
But I like it for the reason they used for it, which is what you're supposed to use it for.
Right. That's exactly why I like
shots. But
I knew that.
You have this. No, you didn't. But you have this sense of danger the entire
time. That's why I liked it too. It wasn't just because the real deep bass sound made my balls tingle. I liked it for the science too. Okay, what else? Let's do this real fast. Let's take a break. Let's take a break from talking about the movie. Let's clear our heads and let's move into our top 3. So we're going to talk about our top 3 Ryan Gosling roles and our top 3 Harrison Ford roles. This is together. So pick your top 3 favorite roles from both of those actors. You have to have at least one Ryan Gosling role. You can't pick all 3 Harrison Fords. That's stupid. So top 3 favorite Ryan Gosling roles. Stefan, go.
Top 3 Ryan Gosling or
Ryan Gosling or Harrison Ford roles. Top 3 combo roles. And you have to have at least one Ryan Gosling.
Okay. I thought we were comboing. We're going to be like movies they've both been in at the same time. And I was about to have questions.
That's one. That's literally one. No.
Exactly.
Just
I thought we were
singular roles. I don't know. Singular roles by either of those actors.
I mean, I really don't like Ryan Gosling.
You told us one role earlier. That's when you fell in love with him.
I'm getting to it I'm going top 3, so it'll be the bottom of the 3.
Okay, fine.
Jesus, let me play my game. Harrison Ford. Man, he's also a terrible actor. Why? He really is, though.
Yeah, he's not a great actor, but he's in some great roles.
He's a great.
He's been in great roles. I mean, I would have to say Indiana Jones, like, and we don't talk about that movie, which shall not be named. Any of the 1 through 3, he's just fantastic in. Like, it's one of like the most defining roles in movies ever. Like, great one-liners, the silhouette of the character, like not even seeing any of like defining features, and just like the silhouette of Indiana Jones is like iconic. If you pull out a whip, someone will ask you, "Oh, who are you trying to be, Indiana Jones?" And it's like, no, I'm just in my BDSM cave. Why? What are you doing here?
All right, number
so-
two. What's number two for you? Said
I'm probably
BDSM.
not
I'm
gonna have
sorry.
a three.
I gotta
You had
move.
to stop me?
I gotta move on to BDSM.
Yeah,
'cause
move on?
I don't
All
want
right,
Carrie.
okay.
Yeah, I don't want Carrie to jump onto that. Yeah.
Hmm.
So what's number? What's number
I'm-
2/3?
I'll go with my one Ryan Gosling role.
Okay.
Well, okay, I'll do my two Ryan Gosling roles because I actually saw the movie Half Nelson, and I actually really like that movie Half Nelson. Well, I say that I like that movie, but I think I saw it back in 2006, and I haven't seen it again. But I liked it then,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go with Half Nelson, and probably the most defining role of his career, his 1995 appearance of Are You Afraid of the Dark in the episode Tale of the Radio Station 109.1, co-starring with Gilbert Godfrey, the man, the legend, the voice.
I'm gonna
Way
have to go
better than
find
Ryan
that.
Gosling was.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go find that episode now. Okay, Carrie, top 3 combined. Go.
Okay. Let's see. I like Indiana Jones: The Temple of Doom stands out in my mind. The first one, I
That's
don't know.
a bad one.
It's okay. It's because of Short Round, okay? I love Short
It's the
Round.
Jones.
I just
Okie
love
dokie, Mr.
tiny.
Jones.
I love tiny Asian children. What can I say?
Okay, moving on. What's number 2, please? Now, quickly.
Number 2. I'll go with Ryan Gosling on this one.
Okay.
So I don't like Ryan Gosling that much either, but I will say I really enjoyed him in this because for the character, he did what he was supposed to. Being an emotionless, replicant, he's perfect for. I mean, he was built for that role, having no emotion except for he had one little outburst, I guess. And
Yeah.
even then I was like,
awesome.
man, that was a little too much. But I think because he's trying to be human, he's like taking it a little too far.
I'm gonna jump in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, is that
I'm
actually?
gonna let you finish.
So I agree. He played the role that he should have, this cardboard, terrible, robot guy. But isn't that the exact opposite of the replicants though? Replicants are supposed to appear human and have human feelings, and we don't go, that guy acts like a robot, so he must be a robot. The replicants are sort of well, I can't fucking tell the difference. We're gonna need a Blade Runner.
Well, he's
to tell.
He's the police model. They
Right.
took out all that
I
stuff.
don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but yeah.
You're not gonna.
Is he
You're not
the
gonna
police
give.
model?
Yeah, you're not gonna give the emotion chip or whatever to the guy that has to go, murder his own kind.
But wasn't that the point of Blade Runner 1? So we leave it up in the air with Blade Runner 1 on whether or not Deckard is a replicant or not.
Mm-hmm.
And he's one of the best Blade Runners.
Yeah.
Because he has the emotional capacity to tell the difference of who's a replicant and who's a not. So isn't that isn't that the point of the replicants? I just don't get it.
Well, I mean, we could have a much longer debate about that, but let's just say, for being an emotionless robot, Ryan Gosling was perfect for it.
If that was the aim, if that's what they told him to go for, amazing.
Okay.
That has to be what they told him to go for.
Sure. I'm not saying that they're smart.
The one moment where I know that that's exactly what he was supposed to do is whenever he's flying in the car and it's about to crash, and he just shows no emotion whatsoever right before it crashes. And even even if you think Ryan Gosling is a guy who doesn't show very much emotion anyway, he showed absolutely zero emotion in that one scene, and that had to be a creative direction and a creative choice by the directors. That wasn't just Ryan Gosling not being able to show emotion at all. Because even he would even be like an over the top response.
But so then he emotes very well when he has the to play across from Joy, his version of her, the movie.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
so he emotes well then.
That's just
so he clearly has emotions.
Yeah.
Does he though? Or is he just imitating?
Does he have?
Them?
Ooh. Okay, moving on to our Carrie number 3. What's your third?
I don't want to go with Harrison Ford. I just want to say how utterly cute Ana de Armas is.
That's not okay. That's fine.
And if I could get a version of Joy in my house, I would.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, my 3.
Adorable.
This is in ascending order. So number 3 is going to be Harrison Ford's role as a pilot, because it's always hilarious, and he crashes planes all the time. Makes for great news. And he's not dead yet. Yeah. Number 2 is Ryan Gosling's role in Lars and the Real Girl. I can't believe y'all aren't even bringing this up. Lars and the Real Girl is
forgot about that movie.
Hilarious. It's a very good movie. And then last, number 1, I don't know why. Maybe it's because Emma Watson's in it. Not Emma Watson. What's her name? Emma Stone. Maybe it's because Emma Stone's in it. Maybe because Steve Carell's in it. But I thought Ryan Gosling's role in Crazy Stupid Love was phenomenal. Randy said The Notebook. I saw that a minute ago. I tend to exclude The Notebook from memory because I went and saw that with my high school sweetheart, and then like 3 days later found out she was cheating on me, and then she broke up with me. So The Notebook, not just because it's not a good movie, but also because of those events, is stricken from my memory, so I don't remember anything about that movie, and we'll never discuss it again. So not
question.
The Notebook.
I haven't seen The Notebook, but someone the other day in conversation alluded to The Notebook having to do something with Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
Something.
well, I guess so. Yeah.
So it's like striking it from memory is like in bad taste.
Spoiler alert. Oh shit. Nah, not at this point. It's fine. It's fine. We're not gonna worry
It's like
about
13
it.
years old. You're
Right, exactly. Okay, so final thoughts on Blade Runner 2049. And when we do our final thoughts, let's do it in a way as if we were trying to explain it to somebody who hasn't seen it and why they should rent it from the Redbox. So when it comes out on Redbox, somebody hasn't seen it, and you got to explain to them, hey, you like, because I can't tell anybody to go see this in theaters. But it's definitely a great Redbox movie. So explain in your words how you would explain this to somebody if you were trying to convince them to watch it on DVD.
Okay. This is kind of easy, actually. So definition of a fun movie that doesn't have a whole lot else going on, I think. But let's say, have you ever wanted to feel like shit while also appreciating how beautiful something is? This is the movie for you.
That's a pretty good one. All right, Stefan, you go.
Hold on to your seat so you don't fall out of it while this movie, with a runtime an hour longer than it rightfully should, slowly cradles you into a depressing cocoon that's wrapped in beautiful colors, terrible music, and cardboard acting.
I have a new
on the
idea.
box quote.
New idea. I'm talking about a new segment from now on. To start every movie review, all three of us, but most especially Stefan, all three of us have to write actual fake movie reviews that we would see like in a newspaper or some shit like that, or some shit like on a commercial. All right, this is what I would tell somebody if I were suggesting this for. It's like a day before it comes out on Redbox, and somebody's like, "Oh, Blade Runner 2049. I never saw that in theaters. Should I rent it?" And I'd be like, "You know what? Not only should you rent it, you should also buy some popcorn with it, because by the time your popcorn is done and you're done eating it, you can turn the movie off because the rest of it is going to be absolute ass and has no bearing on anything that you've watched up to that point whatsoever. And I say that because the movie turned shitty whenever I got done eating my small popcorn that I bought whenever I saw it in theaters. So rent it, buy some popcorn. When the bag is done, turn the movie off. Then you have.
I'm going to clarify some things, though. No, I'm going to clarify some things. I did actually, with all the shit I'm saying, enjoy the movie more than Blade Runner 1. I think it tries to bring up some fun philosophical questions on humanity and what we are, what makes a human, blah blah blah. It's kind of sloppy in the way it does it, so it doesn't come. I've heard reports of even like some audiences like laughing at parts where like Joy is telling him his name is Joe and stuff. So clearly there was a couple missteps in their planning of things, I guess. But it's not a bad movie by any means. It's one that you have to be in the mood for, though. If you're not in the mood for this kind of movie, you're going to be miserable and probably miserable for the rest of the day.
I mean,
it's honestly it's go ahead.
It's the same for every noir movie. Like,
I
you
agree.
don't go, hey, I feel like watching Requiem for a Dream. It's been a good day. Let's go ruin my fucking life now.
I mean, you don't do
This
that.
isn't Requiem for a Dream. This isn't even close to Requiem for a Dream, though.
Well, no, but I mean, I don't know if I would go back, like, first of all, I don't know if I have 3 fucking hours just to be depressed all the time.
No, I don't.
I'll go back. The Ring was a fucking romp compared to this shit.
Yeah, I'll go back. I'll go back and watch it like 10 years from now. I bet you $20 I don't watch this within the next 10 years. The first Blade Runner I've only watched twice in my entire life.
We'll watch the next cut in 2 years. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
we'll get Blade Runner 2049, the director's producer's cut. The DP of photography cut comes a week later after that. The sound editor comes like maybe 6 months after, and then the final cut to your wallet comes like 15 years later.
Which cut is going to be
the sequel? Ryan Gosling is dead.
Which cut is going to be the one where on the final, like it's like a final twist, alternate ending where Harrison Ford, the ending. Okay, I can't see it. Spoiler alert. Where Harrison Ford goes into the building to meet the person at the end, and then the twist is that Ryan Gosling was his son the whole time.
And the twist was Harrison Ford was just dreaming of Ryan Gosling.
It goes back to the very first Blade Runner, and then it's Harrison Ford watching Rachel walk up to him, and the entire thing was just a dream and a hallucination, whatever he thought about what would happen if they actually got together.
They can edit in a dream sequence where Harrison Ford dreams of a shirtless Ryan Gosling on the back of a unicorn. What are they doing? They missed this opportunity.
Oh shit. Okay. Randy says that, are you bored? This is what she would tell somebody. Are you bored and have no clue what to watch and need something for background noise? Watch this if you like watching golf. I wouldn't go quite that far, but that's why this is the perfect Redbox. For me, this isn't a go see it in theaters movie, but it's definitely rent it as soon as it comes out on Redbox. Luckily, I got to see it for like $4. I didn't see it for like $1 bajillion like every other theater. But it's worth the $1.50 or whatever the fuck it is to watch it on Redbox.
See, I'm of the opposite viewpoint. If you're gonna see it in theaters. If
it looks great,
if not,
it does look good.
Don't buy it at Redbox. You're not gonna get the full effect. Like those.
I got a nice TV.
You're not gonna have.
I got a nice TV and a soundbar.
I got a really nice TV and a soundbar.
Yeah.
And
Carrie, are you getting mad at me? Look at Carrie. Look at his face. What? Carrie, are you mad? Why are you mad? Don't be mad, Carrie. Anyway, all right. That's true. Anyway, I'm ending this sham of a show, this sham of a night. This is a horrible, horrible prep, horrible technology, horrible takes, horrible planning.
You're giving away trade secrets.
I mostly blame Carrie for all that. I'll pull back the curtain and tell them all the shit that happened. It's all shit tonight. So thank you for watching the shit. Thank you for listening to the shit. If you're listening to us on iTunes, Google Play, or Podbean, we are the Nerded Out Podcast, broadcasting on Phantom, Facebook's only live sports network via YouTube. This is the first time we broadcasted on YouTube. Randy says, y'all were awesome. Love y'all. Thank you so much for Randy. Thank you so much, Randy, for watching us as usual. I just give up on English. We're the Nerded Out Podcast. I'm Josh Beard at Josh Beard Radio on Twitter. Joined as always by Carrie Craig at Carrie Hot Ice and Stefan Mazzone at Mazons on Twitter. You can find us on Twitter at Nerded Up Pod, and you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Nerded Up Pod, as well as thetotalbro.com. You can find us on there and read some sweet sports articles by me or Drew. Read some awesome movie reviews by Drew or Carrie, who does TV reviews, and then read some like MMA shit. I don't know what it is. Some douchebag writes that shit. Thank you so much for listening to us. We'll see you next time.